Welcome back to Geek Culture 101, your home for all things geek. Today we're going to start featuring video game sales and deals. With each of these videos, we'll feature a different sale. Today we're going to start out with Steam, but we may use other platforms in the future, so keep an eye out. So let's get started. The first sale here on Steam is the Capcom Lunar New Year sale, where you can save up to 87% off. First of all, we've got Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster for $39.99. Now, I have not played the remaster, but I enjoyed the original Dead Rising. It wasn't quite as creepy as I had hoped it'd be, but it was a fun game. Next up, we've got the Ace Attorney Investigators Collection for $29.99. I've heard the Ace Attorney games are beyond amazing, but I have not played them. Then we got Street Fighter 6 at $29.99, which you can never go wrong with Street Fighter. Resident Evil 4 for $19.99. Now, it doesn't say it's the remake, but I clicked in on it earlier and it appears to be, but I can't be 100% certain on that. The Mega Man X plus Zero collection, or pack I should say, for $25.99. Now this is the first I've ever seen that package deal like that, where it has both the X and the Zero pack. Monster Hunter Rise and Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, $14.99. I've heard the Monster Hunter games are amazing, but again, have not played them. Now, I do have Monster Hunter World in my library, but I haven't got to it yet, but it's only $9.89 right now. And then you've got a couple deals here on season packs for them and stuff like that. Dragon's Dogma 2 is down to $39.89. I played a little bit of the first Dragon's Dogma game on the Switch, but I have not played the sequel, and I have not finished the game, but they're both supposed to be amazing. You get the Capcom, or Marvel vs. Capcom rather, Fighting Collection for $49.99. That seems a little pricey to me. Okami HD $44.99 with Genichi Gami $44.99. It's just too high even for two games in my opinion. Then you got the second one as a separate deal. So let's scroll down a ways. Another Monster Hunter game sets. More Monster Hunter DLC. Then we get to a full section of Resident Evil, which we already discussed, Resident Evil 4. Then we've got the Resident Evil Remake Trilogy, which does include Resident Evil 4, for $49.49. That seems like a decent enough deal. Then you've got Resident Evil Biohazard Gold Edition and Resident Evil Village Gold Edition $29.99, or Resident Evil Village Gold Edition $19.99. Both are absolutely amazing games. Some of the best in the Resident Evil franchise and some of the best survival horror experiences you'll ever get. We got some Resident Evil DLC like with Winter's Expansion for Village. So if you don't have the Gold Edition, which I believe comes with that, that might be a deal to get. Street Fighter, more Ace Attorney, more Mega Man. Hey, you got the Battle Network Legacy Collection with the X-Drive Offline. Again, this is a little pricey, but the Battle Network games are some of the best, in my opinion, Mega Man experiences you'll get, even though they are vastly different than what may be what you're used to. I personally was hesitant to get back into them originally on the GBA, but I love them. I've played them again recently on the Switch, and while some of them do feel dated, they are amazing, amazing RPG games. Devil May Cry 5, $15.99. And Devil May Cry, oh, that's the Deluxe Edition plus Virgil for the $15.99. And the Devil May Cry 5 Normal Edition, $9.89. Have not played them again. Devil May Cry 4, $7.49. I have not played it. Devil May Cry HD Collection. Now, I have played the first HD game on the PS4, and it looks dated even with the updated graphics, but it's still a pretty fun game. For $9.89, that's not too bad of a deal. And then DMC, which is Devil May Cry, $7.49. You got some DLC, Back to the Dead Rising games. A bunch of them are on sale. And Capcom Arcade Stadium, other games, and DLC. Lost Planet Extreme Conditions, $3.44. I have that in my library. I played it back on the Xbox 360 briefly, and I really enjoyed it. It wasn't critically as successful as many expected it to be, but I thought it was a good game. The Disney Afternoon Collection for $4.99. Now, I ended up seeing this go on, I believe, the Epic Store for free right after I purchased it, but I think I only paid $3.99, so it wasn't a huge deal. Dragon's Dogma Darker Rise, it's $4.79. Capcom Beat 'em Up Bundle, $9.99. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, $7.99. I know there's a lot of fanboys out there for the Marvel vs. Capcom games. Capcom Fighting Bundle, $19.79. Not quite sure what all this consists of, and when I click on it to highlight it, it doesn't show me, so that doesn't help. Bionic Commando, $3.19. I actually heard this was a very, very underrated game, but I never got around to playing it. I believe it came out on the Xbox 360 as well. Deluxe Edition of Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, $11.99. Bionic Commando Rearmed, $3.19. Lost Planet 3, $4.99. Aminutia, $9.99. DuckTales, woo, Remastered, $3.74. Again, that's another one that is in my library, but I have not gotten around to playing. Remember Me, $5.99. I recently seen this on a list of games that you really may not have heard about, but should check out, and this was near the top of the list, so I added it to my wish list, but I have not played it. It looks phenomenal though, it truly does. Lost Planet 3 Complete Pack, $7.99. Never heard of Experiment, but it's $14.99. Strider. Now, I believe this is the remake. I played it on the PS4. Great game. I played the original Strider back on the Sega Genesis, and it was awesome. So make sure you check it out. Dungeons & Dragons Chronicles of Mysteria, $4.94. Capcom Fighting Collection again. And again, it doesn't show me what all's on it, but it shows me a little preview. So hopefully you can see if some of your favorite games in it, or just go over here to Steam. But it's got to be kind of evil, because it says it's, very positive reviews. 666 users. And then we've got Okami HD, $9.99. And that's it for the Capcom sale. So let's go back. Bandai Namco Lunar New Year's sale. Now this one makes me sad I'm broke right now. Seriously. We got Dark Souls 3, $29.99. Gundam Breaker 4, $47.49. That still seems a little high to me. Ace Combat Skies Unknown, $5.99. I have not played an Ace Combat game in years, so I couldn't tell you how good it is, but I've heard it's amazing. Enslaved, another game I played back on the Xbox 360, but only a demo for it. It's not on sale, so I don't know why they're technically showing me stuff from my wish list here that's not on sale, but hey, it's $19.99. It was on sale recently, but hey, it's not currently. Now here's stuff from my wish list that is on sale. Sandland, $29.99. For those who don't know, that game was helped create by the late Akira Toriyama, who created Dragon Ball, Dragon Quest, and so many more amazing things. Then we've got Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, $14.99. Dragon Ball Z Fighters, $39.59. Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse 2, $9.99. Xenoverse 2, incredible game. I played it on, I believe, the PS3 or 4. Tales of Arise, $39.99. Again, that doesn't seem to be on sale, so I'm not sure why it's here. Little Nightmares 1 and 2, $30.31. Seems a little pricey to me, especially when most platforms have shown them for a lot less. We Love Katamari, $7.49. Code Vein was another one that was on a must-play list, $8.99. And then we've got Scarlet Nexus. I played the demo of this and it was really cool, but I have not played the full game. $9.59. Ninja Storm Form again, not as on sale. Not worth it at $19.99 at this point. One Piece Pirate Warriors 4, $28.49. Captain Tsubasa Rise of a New Champion, $39.99. Again, doesn't seem to be on sale, so I'm not sure why it's here. God Eater 3, $5.99. I've heard that's good, but I have not played it. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, $29.74. Again, that seems a little pricey to me. Super Robot Wars 30. Wow, they have 30 of those. Anyways, $19.79. Little pricey again. Digimon Survive. Now this one I've wanted to play for a long time, but I have not gotten to. $14.99. Not a terrible deal, not great. Sword Art Online, Hollowed Realization. Another one. It's not too bad of a deal. $7.49. Tales of Berseria. Again, I have it, but I have not played it. $49.99. It's claiming it's normally $84.99. I don't see it, and it doesn't seem to be the deluxe edition or anything. Soul Calibur, $14.39. Tales of Vesperia, $49.99. That's definitely not on sale, even though it's listed here. Kelowna Fantasy Revenge, $9.99. Not bad deal. Now, Digimon Cyber Sleuth Complete Edition. I played Cyber Sleuth on the Switch, and while it's not quite as open worlded as some may want, it's a phenomenal game. Park Beyond, I've never heard of that one, $9.89. Ni no Kuni 2, $9.59. I believe this has been on sale cheaper a few times, but I've heard it's great. Haven't played it. The original Ni no Kuni, $7.49. I believe this has been down to $4.99 or $5.99, but you can't quote me on that because I don't always remember things. Dark Pictures Anthology, $19.99. I don't think that's on sale, but at least it's not saying it is. My Hero 2 One's Justice, $4.79. Now, I'm not the biggest My Hero fan, and so I haven't played these games, but I know there's fans out there, so that might be for you. Boruto Shinobi Striker, $4.99. Not a bad deal. I played it on PS4 or PS5, and it's an okay game. Not near the level of the Ninja Storm games, especially the earlier in the trilogy, but it's okay. For $4.99, not bad. And then it's just advertising some newer games. Electronic Arts. Again, the Lunar New Year sale. This time you can save up to 90% off. Titanfall 2, one of the most underrated games in my opinion. It is such an amazing game. It gives you that mech experience along with an amazing first-person shooter. Battlefield Revolution, $1.99. That's not bad. Dragon Age The Veilguard, $35.99. Heard it wasn't very good, but who knows. And then you've got Star Wars Jedi Survivor. This game is often underappreciated. While I did like the original better, this game was still darn good. I played it on the PS5. Heard the PC version does have a few bugs, but they've improved a lot of them. It Takes Two is supposed to be good, $7.99. Then you got Battlefield 4 for $2.49. Battlefield 5. Need for Speed Heat Deluxe Edition, $6.99. Not a bad deal. Mass Effect Legendary Edition. This is one that I really want. I played Mass Effect back on the 360 and loved it. It was so groundbreaking at its time. Then it's advertising that Battlefield Revolution again. Alice Return to Madness, 99 cents. Can't beat that. Battlefield 3 Premium Edition, $3.99. Battlefield 4, $1.99. Battlefield Hardline, $3.99. Battlefield 5, $2.49. Lost in Random. This is another game that's made a lot of lists of games that nobody's paid attention to that you need to play. $2.99. Now, I do not personally have it on here. I have it on PS4 or PS5. But I've heard it's great. Haven't played. Star Wars Squadrons, $3.99. While to me, nothing will top the original Rogue Squadron. It's still a pretty good game from what I've played of it. Jade Empire, $3.74 for the special edition. Medal of Honor, $4.99. Star Wars Battlefront 2 Remake, $7.99. Need for Speed, just the Need for Speed. It's a 2020 edition, $4.49. Need for Speed Rivals Complete Edition, $3.99. Not a bad deal. WRC, $14.99. This came out in 2023 and it does support VR. Has mixed reviews though. So Zao, I guess that is how you pronounce this. Tales of Kinzara, Zao, $8.99. Heard it's amazing, have not played. And then it just goes back to more off my list. And then some recommended for me. Some of these again are not on sale, so I don't know why it's showing. Spore, $3.99. Then various versions of Spore. Dungeon Keeper 2, $1.99. Overlord 2, $1.99. Overlord Fellowship of Evil, $1.99. Overlord the original, $1.09. Populous, $1.99. There's a bunch of these under here. We're not going to cover them all today, but you get the point. Then we got It Takes Two again. Mirror's Edge Catalyst. While I heard it's not as good as the original, it's still supposed to be amazing. I have yet to play it. The original, to me, was just awesome. A Way Out, $5.99. Unraveled 2, $3.99. Unraveled, $3.99. Crisis 2 Maximum Edition, $7.49. Dead Space, this is the original 2008 Dead Space, for $7.99. Dead Space 2 is $3.99. Dead Space 3 is $3.99. Dead Space 3 We Awaken DLC, $4.99. Fee, I guess that's how you pronounce that, is $4.99. Heard it's good, have not played. Immortals of Aveum, $8.99. Heard mixed things on that. So all the Mass Effect games seem to be on sale right now, including the original. Make sure you check those out for all the Mass Effect fans out there. I heard Andromeda wasn't as good, but I only played the original trilogy. But for $5.99, hey, you might want to check it out. Jedi Fallen Order, which is the better of the two games, only $5.99. That's a deal. Wild Hearts, $10.49. We're just going to browse through these real quick. Bunch of racing games. Fairly cheap. Need for Speed Unbound, which just came out a year or two ago, $9.79. It's okay deal. I've seen on other platforms it's a little bit cheaper. but it's a good game. Burnout Paradise, $3.99. I mean, all these are pretty mediocre deals. There's a few decent ones in there on the Need for Speed series, but nothing completely crazy. And that wraps it up pretty much for the EA sale. Now, here we go. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, $48.99. Now, this was just released on PC, so that's a pretty decent enough deal. Actually, I think that's the price most people got it for on like cdkeys.com and all that. So, pretty decent deal. Kingdom Hearts HD 1 and 2, 1.5 plus 2.5 remix, I should say. $32.49. Now, to me, the Kingdom Hearts games, I try to play a little bit of the HD collection on PS5, and they just feel dated. It just feels, the frame rates are a little wonky, and just the gameplay overall just feels very dated, but I know there's fans, so it's still something I plan on giving another try. So you might want to too. Nier Automata, $15.99. Heard it's amazing, have not played it. Life is Strange Double Exposure, $33.49. Final Fantasy. Now this newest entry is just, to me it was fun and I enjoyed it, but it's not near the experience of say 7 Remake or Rebirth or a lot of the older Final Fantasy games. But it's decent enough. The narrative gets a little wonky and a little too drawn out towards the end. $37.49. I would personally wait until it drops a little more. Power Wash Simulator, $17.49. Octopath Traveler 2, $29.99. Twin Pack with Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth. Now this is actually a little bit better deal because you get both games, but still, to me, a little overpriced. Chrono Cross, $7.99. Life is Strange True Color, $17.99. Just a whole bunch of games that nobody really heard of. Star Ocean, Crisis Core, Final Fantasy Reunion, $24.99. As those are new and upcoming, not on sale. Just Cause Reloaded, $5.79. Outriders, $9.99. Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition, $2.99. Heard this is a critically underrated game, but it's supposed to be awesome, especially if you like Asian cinema as I do. Stranger in Paradise, Final Fantasy Origin. Bunch of soundtracks, more Final Fantasy sales. Some of the originals, Final Fantasy 3 3D Remake, $7.99. If you're a Final Fantasy fanboy like me, you're definitely going to want to check some of these out. Zodiac Age is $19.99. That still seems a little too high. Lightning Return, $7.99. Final Fantasy 0, another one, seems a little too expensive as other platforms have had it for less. Dragon Quest XIS Echoes Edition. Make sure you check that out. I've only played a few minutes of it, but it's brilliant. Another one by Akira Toriyama, so you can't really go wrong. Bravely Default 2, $23.99. Triangle Strategy, $23.99. Octopath Traveler 2, again, we already talked about that. Chrono Trigger, $7.49. But yeah, there's just a bunch of them. We're not going to cover every single one of these today because there is a lot. But there is some truly classic games in here. So make sure you check them out. And that's going to wrap us up for today. But make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. It really does help the channel out. Let me know if you want me to keep featuring these sales or if you find it annoying. So until next time, make sure you stay geeky, my friends. Stay geeky.